Have you ever felt stuck financially? Living paycheck to paycheck, wondering how you'll make ends meet? You're not alone. Many people struggle with money, but here's the truth. God's word gives us clear principles for moving from broke to blessed. Today's video, From Broke to Blessed, Applying God's Financial Principles, will show you how biblical wisdom can transform your financial life, not just to survive, but to thrive. Let's dive into God's blueprint for abundance and freedom. Some people think faith and finances don't mix. But did you know that the Bible talks more about money than almost any other subject? Over 2,000 verses address wealth, stewardship, and generosity. Why? Because money affects your heart. In Matthew, Jesus said, "Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." This means how you handle money isn't just a financial decision, it's a spiritual one. God doesn't want you living in constant stress or debt. He wants you to live with peace, provision, and purpose. So yes, God cares about your bank account, but more importantly, He cares about your heart while managing it. The very first step from broke to blessed is putting God first in your finances. Proverbs says, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops." This principle is called tithing, giving the first 10% of your income back to God. Some people say, "But I can't afford to tithe." The truth is, you can't afford not to. Tithing reminds us that everything we have comes from Him. It breaks greed, teaches trust, and opens the door for God's blessings. Malachi is clear. "Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse. Test me in this, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it." When you put God first, He promises to provide. Our culture tells us, buy more, upgrade, keep up with the neighbors. But the Bible teaches contentment. 1 Timothy says, "Godliness with contentment is great gain." Contentment doesn't mean laziness or lack of ambition. It means being grateful for what you have while working faithfully for what's ahead. Living with contentment helps you avoid unnecessary debt, appreciate your blessings, focus on eternal value, not just material things. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you'll find peace that money can't buy. Debt is one of the greatest chains holding people back financially. Proverbs warns, "The borrower is slave to the lender." When you're in debt, your money and your peace belong to someone else. But here's the good news. God's word gives strategies to break free, steps to overcome debt. Stop adding new debt. Learn to live within your means. Create a repayment plan. Snowball or avalanche method. Cut unnecessary expenses. Simplify your lifestyle. Pray for discipline. Financial freedom requires spiritual strength. Getting out of debt isn't easy, but it is possible. And with each debt you pay off, you're one step closer to freedom. Blessings don't come from laziness. God honors diligence. Proverbs says, "Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth." Work is not a curse. It's part of God's design. Even in the Garden of Eden, Adam was given the responsibility to tend and keep it. Here's how diligence applies today. Show up consistently in your job or business. Keep learning and upgrading your skills. Take initiative and go the extra mile. Work as if you're working for God, not just for a paycheck. That mindset changes everything.